busqué hasta que un día te encontré y con mis besos te aturdí, sin importarme que eras buena. Tu ilusión fue de cristal, se rompió cuando partí, pues nunca más volví. Qué amarga fue tu pena, no te olvides de mí, de tu gris ser. Me dijiste al besar el Cristo aquel, y hoy que vivo enloquecido, porque no te olvidé, ni te acuerdas de mí, Grisel, Grisel.
Now we're going to put a record into position. And we're going to apply suction. Now, interestingly, it's quiet. Listen. You don't hear, but it's stable. Look at that. You know? It's as if the record is part of the platter. Now we'll release. The record is instantly released. It's the only turntable on the market to work so silently and effectively. Again. And there you go. Immediate. It is immediate. And let's let go. The air force. My name is Peter Bruninger, and I'm here with Bob Graham. Bob is the founder of Graham Engineering, a Massachusetts-based company. He designs and manufactures world-class tone arms. Right there. Bob, welcome to AV Showrooms. How are you?
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Good. You are bringing to market one of the most high-performance turntables currently on the international platform. Tell us a little bit about how you came about distributing the Air Force One table.
Well, my colleagues in Japan, the Stella Incorporated, are distributing my tone arm over there. And when they announced the turntable, I saw pictures of it and I fell in love with it, and fell in love with it again and again and again. And I told them so and just began admiring it, and I thought, well, what can we do here? And through various discussions and over time, they decided that I might be the likely candidate to handle it for them. And I'm very glad it worked out that way, because it is, to me, the most gorgeous turntable I've ever. If I could make my best turntable myself, this would be the one I would be doing.
It surely is a work of art. Can you point out some of the features to us? The on-off switch, it's vacuum hold down. There's a number of features on the turntable that are unique.
Many things. I've got my Maestro stick here that, I guess, working from the ground up. Its suspension is a hybrid air fluid system. tuned to obviously take care of outside resonance as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's sitting on a harmonic resolution system's base that was made exclusively for this table. There are recesses on the base that you can't see here that fit the 3 feet of the table and the 3 feet of the motor, so the positioning is automatic. And it's a standard HRS frame made for this table, and it'll fit on the HRS rack system. So that's a separate but very desirable mix to have in there. So moving up from there, we have 3 layers of aluminum, the harder one being in the middle, and this is all for constraint layer damping to further reduce and eliminate resonances and vibrations. The chassis, as you see, is solid. You could kick in a tank with this thing. It's very the total weight of the chassis alone is in excess of 100 pounds, 120 pounds, I think. And with the platter attached, the platter weighing about 45 to 60 pounds, depending on the top platter that's chosen. That will be so the total system weight is then going to be in the 160 and up range. As I say, now the platter is made of stainless steel, and the top platter on here is an aluminum one, but this top platter can be removed, just this section from here up, and you can substitute 2 other platter choices. One is acrylic and the other is stainless steel, for personal taste if you want. The platter can be chosen at the time of purchase for whichever one of the top platters you want. The leveling system is routine here. There's a standard adjusting knobs, and there's a bubble level right here that tells you when you've got it. The bearing itself, the platter is air suspended. It's an air pump that's separate. This little box over here, which is silent. This is it's a totally silent system. It's going now. You don't hear anything. I can't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
If this thing were turned off, in fact, I'll demonstrate that to you. If I turn it off, if I force the turn off by turning the master switch off, see, I no longer can turn the platter.
Now look at that.
It just won't budge.
Mm-hmm.
It won't go. When you turn it back on, then there's a warm-up period where you get some notes here on the display screen that tells you standby. Turn it on again, you notice the lights will come back on when I do, and at that point the platter is again floating. And then when you want to turn it on, is switch on 33 and the third or 45, and off you go. And then when the record's put in place, and I'll demonstrate that in a moment, this button, suction, will engage the vacuum. Now the interesting thing about this system is it needs no record clamp to hold the record in place or to accommodate the suction feature. There's a gasket here and a gasket here, and that forms the seal. There's a very simple little vacuum line in here that does the job. So when the record is being played, I can demonstrate that to you with a close-up. We can maybe do that a little later. There are damping pads on top of the platter, which can be changed or not used as your preference is. This looks like a pour-on material, slightly very resilient, very thin, and when the record is in place, it really, as you said before, is integrated right with the platter. Just nothing going on there at all except total resonance control.
And Bob, tell us about some of the ancillary equipment here with the turntable.
Okay. This system was designed by Mr. Nishikawa of Stella Incorporated in Japan, previously involved with Microseiki, and we all know what that is. It's a very, very famous company. So his concept was all encompassing for the system to be compact, inert, and utterly musical, and easy to run and with little maintenance. This system does not require oil filling pumps or any maintenance of that sort. It's basically a maintenance-free product. Over here, the power supply and air pump contained in this one chassis. It's turned on now, and as you can perhaps tell or not tell, there's no sound. So it's a very silent system. So The vacuum system is developed in here with a rotary pump, not a vibrator pump, which is noisier. It's a rotary pump. There are 4 lines, four vacuum lines that come from here into this box, which is a reservoir. This contains 4 vacuum chambers. Think of this box as filter capacitors and an amplifier or any electronic circuit. And the function of that is to take any residual vibration that might be coming from the pump's nozzle itself, filter it out so it's DC smooth, and that's what's passed then to the platter. So the vacuum in the platter is ripple free. It's totally ripple free. It's steady state DC vacuum, you might say. So that's what this box does. It's static. There's no power switches or anything. That just sits there. And for the most part, this is you don't need to do anything here because the functions on this box can be controlled from here. When you turn it off, after having used it, you just hit stop. If you hold the button again a little longer, it reverts to standby, which is indicated here in the display pattern. And after a period of non-use, the system will shut itself down. The power light in here will go from green to red, and the air bearing support will relax, and the platter will again be resting without turning. So that it's an automatic shut-off system.
And there we have it. We have the Air Force One turntable being imported and distributed into North America by Bob Graham.
Canada, the US, and South America.
Very good. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.